Sakshi, the markets have seen huge turbulence today. It went from over 1,000 points up to then to massive turbulence, dropping again by almost that much. What is the final big picture of the markets today?
Well, the big picture really is that markets shut shop in marginal territory. So, of course, yes, markets, of course, surged over 1,000 points in the morning, like you said, and, of course, surged even above 1,100 points when we saw the middle tax relief being announced on the taxes, on the personal income tax. But, however, when, of course, by the time the fine print of the budget was being decoded, we saw markets end just marginally in the green, and we saw markets give up really all of those gains. So, sectorally, it was a mixed bag, but PSU banks were hit hardest, metals were also hit very hard, and, of course, experts believe while, of course, the transition towards green energy, the personal income tax announcements, and the relief to the salaried class were really being cheered by the markets, they felt the downfall was, of course, in the fine print when, of course, many analysts decoded the TDS on market-linked debentures being risen, that rate being risen, and, of course, they felt that, look, wealth managers now will be hit hard post the budget. So these are, of course, now reactions you're expecting come tomorrow onwards, but we could see that markets closed in marginal territory as the fine print really was being decoded.
Thanks so much. And Priyanshi, what are the big numbers on this budget? Let's just give a breakdown. But first, Sakshi, if you can just give me what the big changes are on the budget which impacts you and me.
Well, the budget impacts you and me in several ways, along with, of course, all our viewers. So what's really changed for the budget? This budget, we, of course, saw the new tax regime, like you mentioned, and the finance minister said that the new tax regime will be the default tax regime now. So that's really a crucial point that she said. Individual tax rebate has been increased to 7 lakh rupees under the new tax regime. So this really, like we mentioned, for the markets also gave it a big thumbs up. Of course, a huge thumbs up for all the salaried employees in our country. So that, of course, the middle class really did cheer on. Of course, tax slabs under the new tax regime, under the new regime, were cut from 7 to 5. So we saw the number of slabs being reduced, a more simplification and rationalization, in a sense, of the personal income tax. And of course, we also saw the finance minister also saying that, look, the scope of DigiLocker services will be expanded. We saw this push towards digitalization, towards green energy. So all of those really were the big positives this budget for you and me.